What is pharmacology? You are welcome to Pharmacology Made Palpable with Dr. Victor Atux. Now, like I told you earlier, and like I promised you in the first video, that we will be learning from what? From first principle. What that means is that I am going to teach you what you don't know using what you already know. So the question is, what is pharmacology? Now I want you to go to your roommate and show to your roommate that you are about to pass your pharmacology. You're about to be an authority in pharmacology because you are a student of Dr. Atux and he cares about you so much. I asked again, what is pharmacology? Now I want you to look at the word. Just look at the word. The word that was pronounced was pharmaco. Then you hear logy. Now, the word pharmaco, like I told you, they are Greek words. These are Greek words. Pharmaco is a Greek word, logy is a Greek word. Now the word pharmaco is derived from the word poison. So if you are in Greece and you want to say poison, you say pharmaco. But the word got transformation along the line, that currently the word does not only stand for poison, it also stands for the word drugs. Now the word logy is derived from the word logos in Greek also. So if you are learning pharmacology, you are actually a student of Greek and Latin and some other foreign languages. That is why I told you earlier on that learning is nothing but learning the language of your profession. So the word logy, if you were part of those that attended biology class or ecology class, you will know that the word logy means study. When we say biology, we mean the study of life. So now, since you have drugs and you add study to it, it means that pharmacology is the study of drugs. Is that not simple? That is super simple. Now, this is different from what? Pharmacy. You know, these are two courses that are studied in the university. The word pharmacy, which is different from the word pharmacology, means the study of the production of drugs. So while the pharmacists are producing or composing the drugs, the pharmacologists are studying the drugs, how it works and what it does to the body. I believe this is very clear. Are drugs? Everyone knows that drugs are chemicals. Drugs are chemicals. And if drugs are chemicals and water is also chemical, and food is also chemical, what differentiates this chemical from these other chemicals? I will tell you. These are chemicals that causes changes. They causes changes to the body chemistry. You can see C. So drugs are chemicals which causes changes to the body chemistry. Now we have talked about drugs. You remember the second part is what? Study. So let's go. So the study of pharmacology will be divided into 4. In some schools, they say it is divided into 2. Any way you want to look at it, at the end of the day, you will discover that we have 4 sections or 4 divisions or 4 parts of the study of pharmacology. Now, for instance, if you are a doctor that is on the table and that is on seat, and a patient comes to you and you are to dispense a particular drug like this, you are to dispense a particular drug. You need to be very sure what the drug is supposed to be used for. In emergency, or when you want a rapid onset of action, that is, you want the person to get well fast, you are most likely going to use injectables. And when the person can bear to be treated at a much lower rate, you are most likely to use tablets or capsules. So, in the study of pharmacology, for example, you have somebody like this. You see, let's see, this is the stomach, this is the intestine, this is the body of the person. So you want to know which drugs should I give to this person to swallow. The choice of your drugs and everything that has to do with this is what we call pharmacokinetics. Then the action of that drugs on the body is what we call the pharmacodynamics. But like I always say, we must learn these things from the first human being. This is a human being, takes the drugs goes like this and like this. Here is the liver. So this is the person, for instance. Then it goes, this is the body tissues where the drug is needed to act. You know, the liver is also a tissue. So until it is being excreted. Now let us look at this guy again. When this guy takes this tablet, let's say this is the paracetamol tablet. He takes the tablet starts moving this way and continues to move like this. Goes to the liver, goes back this place, goes back like this, and until it is absorbed into the body. Now, this movement here, if you remember when we were doing physics class, we were discussing the two different kinds of energy. We said the two different kinds of energy were kinetic energy and potential energy. The word kinetic means move, while the word potential means rest. I believe these are also Greek words. Now, the word move, as it is moving, is even a Greek word. There's nothing, is a Greek word. So the movement of this drug as it moves like this is now what we call pharmacokinetics. Can you see the two words? Pharmacokinetics. It means it is the study. This is drugs and this is movement. So it is the study of the movement of the drugs from where it was administered, maybe in the mouth, to where it will be absorbed, thereafter being excreted out of the body. So pharmacokinetics is the study of the movement of the drugs from the time of absorption to the time of excretion. This is excretion. Here you excrete it out of the body. Here it is being administered, from the period of administration to the period of excretion. Now, that's what I have to say. You've learned this, but there is a common definition in most of our schools, and that is that pharmacokinetics is what the body does to the drugs. And if you can see this, you can see it is the body that is moving the drug. So when you want to make that definition, you want to make it palpable, you say pharmacokinetics is what the body does to the drugs. And what in bracket you can see, it moves the drugs from where it was administered to when it will be excreted. I don't know whether you get that. That is simple. So the movement of the drugs from the mouth to the anus is studied under pharmacokinetics. But then another way of looking at it is this. It is the study of what the body does to the drugs. And what does the body do to the drugs? It moves the drugs. That movement is what we call pharmacokinetics. Don't forget that kinetics means what? Movement. Drug will be doing is to begin to act on the tissues of the body. Perhaps you have a body pain, so it will not be absorbed into the tissues of the body. And if it is absorbed into the tissues of the body, what happens? It begins to act. The word is pharmacodynamic. I'm sorry. Is pharmacodynamic. Now, the Greek word for dynamic is from the word dynamo, and it means power. Those of you guys that attend the Dunamis church, you know that the word dunamis means power. These are all Greek, Latin, and words of foreign origin that stands for power. So when you ask what is pharmacodynamic, you say pharmaco stands for drugs, while dynamic stands for power. So it is the study of the power or the actions or the effects of the drugs on the body. And that is why the definition that is common in most textbooks is that pharmacodynamics is the study of what the drugs does to the body, or the effect of the drugs on the body. But I told you there are 4 branches, or there are 4 divisions of pharmacology. And when the drugs act on the body, you will discover that the person gets healed, or the person is being treated by these drugs. So the use of drugs to treat illnesses is known as therapeutics. Pharmacotherapeutics. So what we doctors do mostly in the hospital is called pharmacotherapeutics. So it is those that have studied the drugs, you know the pharmacokinetics and the pharmacodynamics, so you are qualified to use the drug as a therapy. So you are the one practicing the pharmacotherapeutics. So it is the use of drugs to treat illnesses. So the last part, but not the least, is that you know that these drugs are chemicals, and all chemicals will have one kind of side effect or the other. And if you did your biochemistry so well, there was a branch of biochemistry we were taught that year, and that talks about the study of toxic effect of substances. And so this branch of pharmacology is known as you are right again, toxicology, pharmacotoxicology. So the 4 branches of pharmacology are pharmacokinetics, pharmacodynamics, pharmacotherapeutics, and pharmacotoxicology. So at this stage, I want to say that you have gotten the perfect introduction to your pharmacology class. So you already know the kind of journey you are about to take. So I welcome you on board, and may the good Lord bless you.